Good evening, internets.
The internet.
It is Tuesday, February 5th, I believe. We're here with the Smoking Man. I'm your host, Not Important, and we are here to discuss more. I don't think I can say conspiracies on YouTube anymore, so we're going to have to come up with something else. Trutheries? Common questions, I guess, that people have.
I can't hear of this anyways.
Oh, right. He's throwing down the headset. We have a little bit of a hiccup with our equipment here, but we're doing it anyway because we got to get it out there, man. Also, you can swear because I'm demonetized already.
All right, cool.
I already beat them to the bullet. Here we have our fishbowl of conspiracies, and we are going to kick this off right quick. Actually, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll pick one. I'm the guest, so isn't the guest supposed to pick stuff like that?
Yeah. It's on the back there.
All right, fair enough. Social media.
Social media.
All right.
You have any takes on the social media?
Where are we going with it?
Well, it was created by the FBI.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and now it's like, what's his name? The guy that never blinks. The creator of Facebook.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg was quoted as calling his followers dumb fuckers for trusting him. Boy, do I regret it. I never used that fucking thing, and now I regret it so much because now they have my information and everything, and I can't really battle people on social media the way I used to. I just kind of have to nod my head and go on with my day.
Spoiler alert, don't put private information on your Facebook.
Just on the internet.
Or the internet in general.
Stay away.
Yeah.
I mean, make a little bit so people don't think you're weird. But just blend in with the crowd there. Did you watch... I think that's all I got for social media.
I mean, I guess we get... What was it? The 10-year... challenge thing where people were posting pictures.
Oh my god, I saw that from a fucking mile away. I was like, someone's updating their facial recognition program.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's sort of perfect for that.
Oh yeah.
Why have to spend all the time and money to come up with algorithms whenever you could just have the people do all the work for you?
Oh, so true. So true. It's very easy to just get people to do what you want. Did you watch the Super Bowl at all?
The last two quarters of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
Yeah. The Patriots won.
Yeah.
Go figure. Okay, so, because, time's sensitive here for internet stuff. So, the Patriots beat the Rams, right? So, if the Rams represent the sheeple and the Patriots represent the government, who actually, cheat their way to the top, then we're never fucking getting out, man. We're stuck. That was another thing I had to say.
No, that was just a really crappy game.
Oh, it was so rigged.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
It was so boring. It's probably the most boring Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life. They didn't even really score until the very end.
It was so drawn
It was just
out.
an all defensive game.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, both teams have good defenses, and still, it's just boring to watch.
Yeah. I lost money on that. I was so close. I got the $35 on DraftKings.
How much did you lose overall? More than that?
Actually, I probably gained $15.
Oh, well, that...
Yeah, or $5.
I mean, at least as long as you broke even, then you didn't really lose.
I followed some conspirators, against my better judgments. I did different draft picks, and I should have just stuck to my guns. I should have, I would have made more money. I would have made at least $90,
Hey, at least you weren't that guy that bet $1.5 million on the Rams to win.
Oh yeah,
that's probably some rich dude that just had throwaway money.
Yeah.
He figured if he won, then he won, and if he didn't, then he didn't care because he has more money.
Yeah.
I
see it all the time. Oh yeah. All right, would
Going
you
for
like
another
to,
one?
Yep. We just
Keep working through them.
Yep, keep
All
working
right,
through
all
them. If you have conspiracies, feel free to drop them in the
Jesus.
comment box.
Missing children.
Missing children! All right, that one's fucking crazy. Children go missing, turn up as rock stars like Tekashi 6ix9ine or Britney Spears.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about any of that. That's a new one to me.
Yeah, what they're saying is these children are like being abducted, put in these MK Ultra programs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
and then they come out as your next celebrity in like 16 years or something like that.
Right.
Whatever, you know.
So another drone for the government to
Oh,
control the populace, basically.
Yeah. It's funny how they always, side with or create the new hip thing that's just takes away.
Ironic, huh?
Yeah.
The power
Crazy
of a celebrity.
How they're cutting edge. Oh yeah.
Now the sad part is people actually believe that bullshit.
Believe in the in the celebrity.
In the celebrity itself. Not saying the.
Because it's not, like, that far-fetched, right? Like, why wouldn't the government do that? I think that's the biggest question of, like, why wouldn't the government do that? Yeah, funding and everything. We just misplaced, like, $5 trillion or something.
And then this new celebrity pops up out of nowhere. Nobody's ever heard of them before. Apparently they don't even have any family or anything. It's just...
or the families are actors of the child. Or whatever, or they're sold into sex trafficking, which is another thing for like the vampires out there. There are a lot of it's out there. It's a new hip thing of like calling our senators and Congress people or celebrities vampires. Yeah, thanks.
They are vampires.
Yeah, I believe it. Fucking Mitch McConnell looks like fucking Goblin. Chuck Schumer. Nancy Pelosi, they should be fucking retiring right now. Isn't that like a high stress job? Like,
right. Yeah.
Aren't elections stressful for you? Aren't you stressed out? You seem very chill for what's going on. Like, the ship's sinking around you, and you have this shit-eating smirk on your face, like you know it's
at all times.
At all times. Oh yeah. Yeah, so missing children. Yeah, that's a Dr. Deep Blue Thought thing for his.
Going for another?
Yeah, I'm feeling another one. Also, don't listen to Tekashi 6ix9ine. You'll fucking regret it. If you're think of your brain as a computer and like the storage is gigabytes, and you listen to that song is now in your memory. You've just lost brain cells.
Yeah, just wasting precious space.
It's just another reason why, like, they totally fucking do that, right?
Alrighty, let's get a good one.
Onward.
How to make hardtack. I'm presuming hardtack candy.
No. Hardtack is a survival biscuit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know those biscuits I have around?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So,
yeah. No, I've seen you make some of those. Yeah, that's right.
It's something you survivalists should look into because you can make like a shit ton of them for pennies on the dollar. It will keep you alive. Just soak it in like some broth or hot water or something. Basically, it's a thin biscuit that you make with water, dough, or flour and salt. And you roll it out, and you put it in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes, and then you flip it and put it in for like another 20 minutes, and then at the end you have a nice hard biscuit that will provide nutrients.
It'll keep you alive at least.
Yeah, it'll keep you alive.
So do you put anything on? Can you put anything on the flavor? I'm sure you could use like jelly and stuff like that afterwards.
You could use flavoring.
Yeah, just to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. You can make flavored chicken biscuits, or just make biscuits that will store for a while.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Good bread for you know,
keeping you alive whenever you really need it.
Or if you're tired of ramen and want something else, like
fairly easy to make, fairly cheap.
Yeah, it's messy. That's the only downfall, is that it's a mess to make. But you know, and it takes an hour to make it. But for the long run, like I have a month's worth of food.
Right, just in that alone.
Yeah. And I don't have to worry about it spoiling ever. Put it in your bug out location, buried under the ground. I don't know, put it in a bucket.
Good to go.
Yeah, you're good to go. Car.
Another.
Let's
do it. All right. This time we have the rabbit hole.
Oh, that's the one I wanted you to put. I put that one in there specifically for you.
You were hoping that I would get that one?
Yeah, I was hoping that you would get that one. So, what is something that made you question your government, or what brought you to conspiracies? What brought you into the conspiracy world?
Probably watching stuff on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yep, YouTube, yeah.
YouTube is a great location, but it's sad because they're moving away now to like other locations like Patreon. I think I might start a DuckDuckGo. I think there's DuckDuck something rather.
Oh, is that just where you can build your own website or something like that?
Build your own. It's like it pays more.
Oh,
basically.
Okay.
It's less moderated because YouTube's starting to like.
They've really cracked down.
Yeah, they're really starting to crack down.
No, they've been cracking down a lot.
Yeah. But like a specific conspiracy or something that woke you up, made you go, "Oh shit!"
I'd say one of the first conspiracies, because I was in 7th grade whenever it happened, was probably 9/11. Well, we watched quite a few videos on 9/11.
Yeah. I've never been like a real truther of 9/11.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that
recently.
Much about it,
not until recently. Like now, I'm seeing bumper stickers that say 9/11 was an inside job, and I'm like, you are ballsy as hell to put that shit on your truck. Like you got some balls on you. Cop pulls you over. So 9/11 was an inside job, huh? Oh yeah, our government totally did that shit. Ticket.
Yeah, for real, probably. Especially if they had any relatives near it. He might just put you in jail over that one.
Resembles a controlled demolition. Took out. Oh my god, I've talked about fucking 9/11 in all 3 episodes so far.
Have you really?
Yeah, it's come up a lot. That's just the 9/11.
Just a lot of 9/11 stuff. I mean, that's a big one.
They took out 3 buildings with 2 planes. Explain that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like a block away or something?
Yeah.
Like it hardly like these buildings. Like one of them survived an explosion in the 1990s. Someone loaded up their truck or van or whatever with explosives, fertilizer, and like went into the basement.
Timothy McVean, wasn't that who did
that? Was another. That was a different one. That was a different building.
And there was even that guy. Well, this is kind of off subject, but I think it was it the Trade Center where that another guy? No, it was another federal building where a guy flew his own private plane into it. Yeah, I'm just thinking of something.
Oh, you're thinking of that guy that flew his plane into his house.
Oh, no, that was a recent one. This one was,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because wasn't he trying to kill his wife or something? He found out she was cheating on him or something.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
No, it's terrible. It's really terrible.
You flew your plane into your own house, dude. Like, no one wins that.
No. Now we're going to have to ban private planes.
Yeah, now we're going to have to ban private planes. The Pentagon, I recently learned, Dick Cheney during 9/11, there's this plane that was heading towards the Pentagon. It's the defense center of the United States, right? So they find out that this plane is heading towards their building, and they do nothing. nothing.
Oh, you're talking about during 9/11?
Yeah, during 9/11.
Did you see the videos of outside the Pentagon whenever it supposedly hit?
Yeah.
That didn't really look
it doesn't
like
look
a
like
plane.
a plane. There's
granted, it's
lines
moving
that are still
fast,
up.
but
It's moving pretty fast.
it wasn't. It looked like a lot of people posted online too. It looked straight up like a rocket.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the video, it looks like a rocket. It doesn't really look like a plane.
They've banned footage, which is why I don't leave work cited, right? Like, when the government's not knocking down doors, when we actually have freedom of speech again, like, I'll leave a fucking work cited, but I'm not leaving a work cited on this. It's like, you can go out and look and
you can find it yourself.
Find that information. I'm just a messenger here. Like, I'm here to, like, get y'all thinking about your reality, to clear up the cobwebs, to wake some people up, to give you some entertainment while you're at work at 5 in the morning on a Wednesday. Like, that's why I'm here, man. Like, I know y'all want some videos and some fucking files and shit. Like,
if we get more likes and more subscribers, then the videos come.
Yes. Then I might reveal my actual identity. I'm not, but go ahead and hit that like button. Just let me know you're out there in the comments. That someone stumbled upon this stuff. Share it with your conspirator friends. Oh, that's why they don't like conspiracies, because then you're a conspirator. Not like that kind of conspirator.
We're not like killing Julius Caesar or anything here.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
I don't have time. I don't.
No,
have
those
the
guys
money.
in the Senate just really, really hated him. We don't have that much energy or time to waste on hate.
Yeah. For all those people saying that, like, we're all haters. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
I don't like your post.
Got better things to do.
I don't like your post about shit that's like eyes wide shut world, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna like violently wake you up. But keep another. If you got comment, or if you got conspiracies, if you have truth series, if you have questions, drop that in the comment section below.
And the next one is Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Wow, we're all over the place on this one, man.
We actually have to table that. I have someone that really wants to talk about
that's
Pearl
fine.
Harbor.
That's fine.
But there's another.
I don't know much about
government
conspiracies and
that was actually made by the government. We did that on purpose.
So we would go to war.
So we could go to war.
That would explain why,
That's the second time, actually, because we did it in World War I, too.
Well, that would also explain why they didn't put boots on the ground or actually try to take over Pearl Harbor. They just showed up to incite terror.
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody who is into military strategy knows you cannot win without boots on the ground. Fairly simple concept. You can't just go over there, blow shit up, and expect to keep it. It's not how it works.
I blow up your town. I keep it now.
Middle East. No, I think we just like to blow them up at this point.
Yeah,
that's kind of just become a hobby.
Oh shit! Did you see where we actually had a training exercise in Flint, Michigan?
Oh, that was...
And we blew up buildings and shit?
That was a while ago. Wasn't that whenever around the time the water thing was going on?
Yeah, that was around the time water
2 or 3 years ago, whenever that was.
Obama was still in office when this happened. And they flew helicopters around and they shot the shit out of buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, look that shit up for all of those people that think that they're not playing both sides.
About that,
yeah. Blew buildings up. They fired rockets at empty buildings. Like, you don't know if there are people in there. They showed up out of the blue. One night, and all this shit was going down. They're like, yeah, it's a training exercise. Nothing to worry about. They're like, there's fucking live ammunition going on.
No big deal. We do this in training.
Oh, you thought you had a lead in your water problem?
Now you got a lead in your house problem.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on. We got 10 minutes. What you got there?
Trump assassination. Oh my God.
I do not remember writing that.
Did the government put that one in there? They want us to talk about it.
They want us. Okay, so apparently Trump has survived like 5 assassination attempts.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. But like that's like what the Q followers like want us to believe. I'm not a huge follower of QAnon because he picks all these dates. Here's a date for you. I believe we are 3 Super Bowls away from the apocalypse.
Didn't they say that? What was that, like 4 or 5 years ago? Whenever we made the tinfoil hats and what's his name was projecting
God Code Matrix, who I'm pretty sure has been taken out by the government because
I haven't heard from him since then. I don't think.
Yeah, but that was the Ravens 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and the power outage was in the third half. Which
that
a lot
actually
of these pre-program. What's it called?
Pre-taped or whatever. Is that what you're talking about?
It's the thing where they show you like what's going to happen before it happens.
Like a preview?
Yeah, preview.
Preview, pretty much.
What's that it would happen at the false flag would happen at the beginning of the third quarter in the football game, specifically football game.
I mean, to be fair, if you hadn't noticed the God Code Matrix thing and said that something was going to happen, we made a party out of it. Yeah. Of course, that's what you're supposed to do in situations like that.
Yeah.
But whenever the power actually went out during the Super Bowl, that's whenever we really started hanging on to our tinfoil hats. We pushed them down a little bit farther, get those frequencies out. It was a little sketchy. I mean, that's not even necessarily that I believe that anything was going to happen, but that was weird.
Yeah,
that was just weird.
That's a part of something.
It was
something happened.
There was that's just a weird coincidence.
Yeah. But yeah, 3 Super Bowls away. Lost my train of thought. Need to get a new tinfoil hat for sure. I lost my train of thought.
No, just go on to another one. Are we out of time? How much time we got?
We got 8 minutes.
Yeah, we got time for another.
We got time for another. Oh, fuck. What was I going to say? I don't know. It was a false flag. By the way, we're in a false flag. It's like false flag month for the next 2 months. So watch out for like school shootings, things blowing up. Yeah.
Didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. Parkland shooting, totally fake. I mean, people died, but it's so fucking weird.
Well, people could still die and it could be a setup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very simple.
We've talked about this before, but like Sandy Hook. Oh, ley lines.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about ley lines. So my girlfriend asked me like why they put Super Bowls in different locations, and I wanted to like instantly respond ley lines. This one was on the 33rd degree.
Because that's what God Code Matrix was trying to push, and there was something else going on at the time, like it was an apex of something where there was a lot of energy around the planet.
Yeah, the 188.
What cycle? Yeah, it was just like a bunch of things that were lining up that made him think that it was the end of the world, basically, or a nuke was going to be dropped or something.
Change, anything like.
Was it that year that we had like 3 or 4 blood moons? Was that the same year?
No, that was 3 years later.
Okay.
That was 2012. Okay. 2012 going into 2013 for the Super Bowl, whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that exactly.
Yeah, that was when Sandy Hook happened, which took place, like, the perpetrator used handguns and the news media pushed AR.
Like, of course.
Alright. So, like, my big thing about it is, like, these guns cost fucking money. Like, a fucking bump stock's $150, and the guy in Las Vegas had, like, 8 of them, plus ARs. Plus, how many goddamn mags? Plus,
didn't he have his like whole motel room like decked out in guns?
Plus a motel room in fucking Las Vegas at the Lexer. No, the MGM. One of them. One of the.
Fucking... Yeah, because he had like the perfect room for viewing the crowd in the concert.
What's really weird, what's really strange, is that people were also getting hit with pellets.
Whenever I remember watching the video as it was happening, and it was up on LiveLeak or something, one of those sites. And a lot of people said this too. It legitimately sounded like there were two different people shooting.
Yeah.
It didn't just seem like one. I mean, I've shot a lot of guns, and after a while, you get used to the sound that it's making, and you could tell whenever it's more than one person firing a weapon.
Yeah.
And
some people
it was
were
weird.
saying that they weren't real gunshots. The thing that goes into that with the pellets is there's an automatic pellet gun, right? And it's belt fed, and it sounds like, and like people were being shot in like the back of the head with pellets. There's security cop cam footage of them talking about some guy got shot with a pellet, like really weird stuff.
Yeah.
And come to find out that there's no motive for the Las Vegas shooter. Give us something. I mean, was it freedom? Was it I'm batshit crazy and I'm gonna kill a bunch of people? Like,
yeah, because for a while they were trying to link it to terrorism.
Oh, and apparently that guy had been dead for like 2 years.
What, the actual shooter?
Yeah, the guy, the name that they pulled.
That.
Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah, that's something I'll have to look into for you guys. But apparently he'd been dead. It's like the shit surrounding that's like beyond bizarre. Like, how many thousands and thousands of dollars? Like, if you think like $20,000 in debt, you're like, I've gone too far. Nah. Hurt a bunch of people. I'm good. One of the YouTubers that I've followed, like, friends died in the shooting at Las Vegas. But it's interesting that the anti-gun narrative that goes on. So I think, like, if there's ever like another false flag, like the Parkland shooter should not have had guns. Like, that is the FBI's fault 100%.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball on that like 50 sometimes. If you just look, if you go unbiased into it, if you go unbiased and just look at the information, like, you're gonna have questions at the end of it, like, why are these parents laughing again at their interview? Not just in Sandy Hook, but at the beginning of Parkland shooting. Like, the people being interviewed are laughing. Like, not crying, laughing.
Yeah, I remember that being a thing.
That's another thing. Like, what in the fuck is going on?
Or like that one father that he was getting ready to go on and he was laughing right before, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he's going on, he has tears welling up in his eyes.
Yeah, he like gets into character. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Whether that is fake or not, that is really sketchy.
Yeah, like, why would you feel like you needed to come up with tears and not give it an honest interview? Because CNN said so? Oh, shit. If you work for CNN, hit that dislike button and drop
make a comment
in the section below.
Please comment.
Anything. That is it for this part of episode 4. Not sure what to title it yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get
By
there.
the time it's posted, it'll have a title.
Yeah. Alright. See you in part 2, motherfuckers. Peace.